In the heart of Denmark, a grand mead hall named Heorot echoed with laughter and song for 12 long winters. King Hrothgar, a warrior king with a booming laugh that could silence a restless crowd and a steely gaze that pierced through souls, had built this hall as a symbol of peace and prosperity. Every night, his loyal thanes, a boisterous band of men with calloused hands and faces etched with tales of bravery, feasted under its magnificent oak roof. The flickering firelight danced on polished wooden beams, casting long shadows that played across intricately woven tapestries depicting glorious victories and bountiful harvests. Bards with nimble fingers strummed their lutes, their voices weaving tales of heroism and bygone eras, filling the hall with a warmth that rivaled the crackling fire. Nestled beside Heorot, a small village thrived under Hrothgar's benevolent rule. Farmers toiled in their fields by day, their sweat glistening under the summer sun. Wives tended to their homes, their laughter mingling with the rhythmic clatter of pots and pans. Children, with hair the color of wheat and eyes as blue as the summer sky, chased each other through the cobbled streets, their joyous shrieks a constant melody that mingled with the clinking of hammers from the village blacksmith. But at night, when the last rays of the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows that stretched like skeletal fingers across the land, the villagers would gather within Heorot. Here, they shared stories of their day, their voices rising and falling in a comforting rhythm, punctuated by the occasional clinking of mugs as they raised them in toasts. The warmth that radiated from the massive hearth at the center of the hall chased away the chill of the night, and the sounds of revelry, laughter, song, and the clinking of tankards served as a nightly lullaby, a soothing counterpoint to the symphony of crickets chirping outside. Far away, lurking in the shadows of the desolate moors, a creature named Grendel festered with envy. This monstrous being, born of darkness and whispered nightmares, was driven by a primal hatred for all things joyous. The sounds of revelry from Heorot gnawed at him, a constant reminder of the camaraderie and warmth he could never possess. His form, twisted and grotesque, mirrored the darkness within him. Razor-sharp claws glinted in the pale moonlight, and his eyes, burning embers in the gloom, held a chilling intelligence that promised nothing but pain and destruction. Whispers of a coming hero, a warrior of unmatched strength from across the sea, had reached the creature's ears, but Grendel scoffed at the notion. He had feasted on warriors for centuries, their struggles a mere amusement before their inevitable demise. He craved the coming night, eager to add to his collection of bones and the terror that choked the land. One moonless night, when the fires of Heorot had died down to flickering embers and sleep cloaked the warriors in a fragile embrace, Grendel slunk from his lair. He moved with a chilling silence, a hulking shadow against the desolate landscape. The wind, carrying the faint scent of salt and seaweed, whipped at his matted fur, but he felt nothing. He was consumed by a primal urge, a hunger for destruction that gnawed at his very being. He reached the grand hall, its golden roof shimmering faintly under the cloak of stars. A surge of rage coursed through him as he realized the warmth and life that pulsed within. With a bone-jarring roar that shattered the night's stillness and echoed across the sleeping land, Grendel tore the sturdy oak doors from their hinges. The sound, a cacophony of splintering wood and shattering metal, ripped through the village, jolting the villagers awake from their peaceful slumber. Panic erupted within Heorot. Young warriors, barely past their teenage years and dreaming of their own tales of bravery, scrambled for their weapons, their hearts pounding a frantic rhythm against their ribs. Fear, a cold serpent coiling around their throats, threatened to choke them. Grendel, a whirlwind of monstrous fury, snatched the nearest sleeping thane, a seasoned warrior with a wife and children waiting anxiously back home, and ripped him apart with a sickening ease. The hall echoed with screams, some raspy with age, others high-pitched with terror. The smell of blood, metallic and sharp, filled the air, a nauseating counterpoint to the sweet scent of spilled ale. Unferth, a boastful warrior known for his sharp tongue but improving courage, fumbled for his axe. Shame, a burning ember in his stomach, burned hotter than fear. With a desperate roar, he lunged at Grendel, but the creature swatted him aside with a single, powerful blow. Unferth crumpled, whimpering, as the monster snatched another unfortunate soul. The remaining warriors, men who had once faced fearsome foes in battle, scattered in terror. Weohstan, the shield-bearer, a man known for his unwavering loyalty, dropped his shield with a clatter. Beowulf, a young Geatish warrior who had heard whispers of Heorot's troubles, watched the scene unfold with a grim determination. Shame burned in his gut, a counterpoint to the righteous anger that flared at the sight of Grendel's savagery. Despite the whispers of a coming hero, none dared to believe it would arrive in time. All they could do was watch in paralyzed horror as Grendel tore through their ranks. One by one, the warriors fell, their weapons clattering uselessly to the blood-soaked floor. The once vibrant hall, a testament to Hrothgar's reign and a symbol of joy, became a grotesque tableau of death. Finally, satiated and reeking of blood, Grendel lumbered back towards the darkness of the moors. The remaining warriors, emerging from their hiding places, found themselves in a nightmare scene. The flickering firelight cast grotesque shadows on the carnage that filled the hall. The sweet scent of mead had been replaced by the metallic tang of blood, a sickening reminder of the horror they had witnessed. The following days were a blur of mourning and fear. The warriors, haunted by nightmares of Grendel's monstrous form and the screams of their fallen comrades, found little solace in sleep. Hrothgar, shrouded in a cloak of despair, addressed his people. His voice, usually booming with authority, cracked with emotion as he spoke of their fallen comrades and the uncertain future that loomed before them. He offered their families compensation, but even gold seemed meaningless in the face of such a loss. Word of Grendel's attack spread quickly across the land, carried on the wings of terrified whispers. Bards, who once sang of Hrothgar's victories and the joy that filled Heorot, fell silent. Their instruments lay dormant, their songs replaced by a chilling silence. The joy that once resonated from Heorot had been replaced by a pervasive dread that hung heavy over the land. The whispers of a coming hero faded entirely, replaced by the harsh reality of Grendel's reign of terror. Hope seemed lost, and Heorot, once a beacon of merriment, now stood as a grim monument to despair. Thank you for watching. Please comment below what you would like to see next.